The Success Trinity, unveiling the three pillars for long-lasting online business growth. What is up, everybody? I want to welcome you to another episode of Index Card Insights. This is episode number 70, and just in case you're keeping score, this is my 30th episode of Index Card Insights since I started the show. And you might wonder, well, what do you mean this is your 30th episode? I thought you said this is episode 70. Right, but what you got to understand is Index Card Insights is a little bit different. This show counts down, okay? So when we started Index Card Insights, we started on episode 100, all right? And we're counting down to episode 1. And when we get to episode 1 and we do all 100 episodes, that's going to be season 1 of Index Card Insights, okay? And then, I'll figure out if I want to do season 2. And we'll figure it out. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen after that. But what I do know is we're going to finish this season, and we're 30 episodes in. This is our 30th episode, and this is episode 70. So welcome, guys. We're talking about the Success Trinity today. All right. Unveiling the three pillars for long-lasting online business growth. And the reason I want to talk about this particular subject today is because I talk to people about what I do sometimes. And, I get a lot of people online who ask me, what do I think they should be focusing on to try to get their online businesses up and running, or to try to make their businesses better? How do they get them to another level? How do they scale it a little bit, right? And whenever people ask me what I think they should be focused on, especially to get started, I say there are 3 skills that you should be focused on. Now, by the way, guys, this idea of these 3 pillars, these 3 skills, okay, I do want you to know, I'm going to reveal them here, and I'm going to give you as much detail as I can here. But I do want you to know Index Card Insights is a 10-minute show. So sometimes I go over. I'm guilty of going over my 10 minutes, but I want you to know I'm conscious of the fact that I'm going over. And this subject I'm going to talk about tonight with these 3 skills, it's more than a 10-minute topic, okay? So I'm going to give you like the 10 to 15-minute version of this, but I realize this Success Trinity topic, this is something I need to dig deeper into. And tonight on ECIC group calls, we got a call tonight on ECIC group calls. And we're going to dig deeper into this topic tonight. This is a longer conversation that needs to be had. But if you're interested in ECIC group calls, I'll talk about it at the end of this podcast. However, that being said, let's stop talking about epicconversions.com. Let's stop talking about ECIC group calls. Let's talk about what we're going to talk about right here. Okay, let's talk about the Success Trinity. Let's talk about Index Card Insights. Let's talk about episode 70. Okay, so what are these 3 pillars for long-lasting online business growth? I'm going to tell you what they are one by one, and I'm going to give you a little insight into each one. Okay, so the first thing that you really want to focus on to achieve sustainable online success. And now look, let me just say this, okay? I've made quite a bit of money online, all right? More than a lot, not as many as plenty of others, okay? But it's been a pretty good amount. I've made quite a bit over the years. And, I got started online way back in 2011. So if you're keeping score, that's like 12 or 13 years now I've been doing this. So it's been a while, and I'm still here, still full-time. How does someone maintain full-time income online for 12, 13 years? How do they do it? I'll tell you how I've done it, and it has to do with these 3 skills that I'm getting ready to reveal to you right now. And I want to give you a little insight into each one. The first skill is this: prolific, impactful content. Okay, what do I mean when I say prolific, impactful content? This is one of the skills that you need to get good at if you want to achieve sustainable online success. I've been doing this for 13 years, okay, and I'm still here full time. So how do you do it? The first skill, prolific, impactful content. What do I mean by that? Okay, well, prolific, we know that means a lot, right? quantity, right? That means you're putting it out. You put a lot out. You put a lot of content out. All right. So you got to get good at putting lots of content out there. Now, that's not just free content, that's also paid content, right? So you should be regularly putting out paid content. You should be regularly putting out free content, right? Now, some people say, well, that doesn't work for me, man. I don't want to put out a bunch of paid content and a bunch of free content. That's fine. You know, if you have the dream of just selling one product. Like you just want to make one thing, you just want to make one membership site, and you say, that's all I want to sell is this one thing. That's fine. But here's the thing. As you're putting out your prolific, impactful free content to promote your one thing, what you got to understand is people are always interested in what the new thing is. They always want to know what's new, right? It doesn't matter if something's worked for years and years and years and years. It doesn't matter, right? That's the old thing. What's the new thing? People always want to know about the new thing. So like if you have a product that you want to sell and that's the only thing you want to sell, that's fine. But you need to understand ideally every month there's something different about it. There's something's changed about it. Something's different. Something's been updated. Something is there's always things happening. You know what I mean? In some way, shape, or form, something is happening, right? And this is like this idea that like people are drawn to activity. You know, people are drawn to things changing. It's weird. You know, as humans, we have a love-hate relationship with change. We hate it, but we love it. We hate it, but we're drawn to it. So it's interesting how that goes. But the point is, if you want to have an online business and you want it to be successful and you want to keep it successful over years and years and years, you got to be a master of prolific content. Now, what about that second part? Impactful. What does that mean? It means it's not good enough just to have, you know, prolific content. You can't just, you know, get online every day and just talk about whatever, right? It needs to be impactful. Now, what does that mean? It starts with understanding your target market. Like, what do they care about, man? Like, what do they want, right? Understanding what they want. That's where it starts. And then it ends with being yourself, right? Being yourself. How can you be impactful? Don't try to emulate somebody else. Don't try to emulate something else. Don't try to follow so closely to a template, right? Be yourself. Understand your market. Be yourself, right? Try to come with some kind of insight every day that you do content. You know, every time you put content out there, there should be something for them in that content. Remember, no matter how much you talk about you, it's always about them. It always circles back around to your target market, okay? It doesn't matter how far out left field you go. You can be talking about anything, man. I was talking about garage sales a few weeks ago. It didn't matter. Didn't matter about the garage sales as long as it circles back around to my target market. It always has to circle back. That's the first rule of marketing, okay? It's never about you. It's always about them. No matter how much you talk about yourself, it's really about them. All right. That's kind of what I mean when I say impactful, prolific content. It's very important. All right. First discipline you need to master. You need to get good at this. Now, if you get good at these three things, man, you could do almost anything online. You really can. The first discipline you need to master is prolific, impactful content. Okay. That means put out good content that people care about, do it often, right? 2, second insight, email marketing and list building. All right. This discipline, it goes without saying. You're always hearing people talk about email marketing. You're always hearing people talk about list building. However, you know, I still know tons of people who don't have email lists. Tons of people who don't have. Oh yeah, I know I need to get into email marketing. I just haven't gotten into it. You know, I just haven't really gotten around to that aspect yet. It just has me shaking my head. Like, it's like, how do you even have an online business if you don't do email marketing? Like, I don't understand. Like, how do you even make that sustainable? I mean, like 80% of my financial transactions came through email last year. So like, how is it? I'm trying to understand because I do social media too. So like, I'm trying to understand like how you do all your run all your business on internet through social media or through paid traffic and like you don't have an email list, because first of all, you must be getting killed in cost for paid traffic if you don't have an email list. You absolutely must be getting killed. That's the only thing I can figure, because I'm not sure how you make paid traffic sustainable right now without an email list. Maybe I'm just missing something. Maybe there's something about paid traffic I'm not getting or that I don't understand. But like, to me, the ability to follow up with those people you're putting on an email list, that's what makes it cost effective to actually run the paid traffic to begin with. So like, to me, when I hear someone say, "Yeah, I need to do I need to get into list building and email marketing. I just haven't gotten there yet." Like, to me, like, I have trouble understanding how they're running a sustainable online business. I mean, I guess if they do coaching and consulting and like they just take on a couple clients at a time and they do really, really high ticket stuff, then maybe it makes sense. But anybody who does any kind of volume, I don't understand how they're doing it without an email list. So, yeah, I mean, this might seem obvious, and I hate coming at you with obvious stuff, but I mean, this is just, it is what it is, right? You need to know how to build an email list, and you need to know how to do good email marketing if you want to be sustainably successful on the internet. That's been my opinion of it. That's been my experience, and I've been here for like 13 years now, and like it hasn't changed at all as far as like the necessity of it, the how critical it is. People could argue all day about how, oh, it used to get way better open rates, used to do way better this, used to do way better that. Well, there's a lot more competition now than there was 13 years ago, isn't there? There's a lot more people who are hip to the idea that like I need to do list building, I need email marketing, right? There's a lot more people hip to it. So there's more people online. The pandemic happened a few years ago. That pushed tons of people online. So, that could be affecting deliverability. You know, could be affecting a lot of things, but I don't think it's less vital than what it was. I mean, people, that's still how you make a lot of your money, is through email marketing. So to me, there's my 10-minute timer, guys, but we're going to keep going. Let's finish this up. To me, email marketing and list building, it's vital. It's vital. And if someone's just coming online and they're telling me what are the skills I absolutely need to know how to do, what should I be focusing my time on? The first thing I would say is impactful, prolific content. And the second thing I would say is email marketing and list building. Okay. And they go hand in hand. All right. So what's the third insight? The third insight's very simple, guys. The third skill that you absolutely must be focused on if you want to have a sustainable online successful business is continuity. Okay. Your email list is basically like, it's like the heart of your online business. Okay. Email list is the heart of your online business. However, your continuity is the financial foundation of your online business. Financial foundation. Continuity is the thing that eases the stress off of your daily life, right? If you have continuity programs, then you don't have to like be under so much pressure every day to bring in revenue, right? So this is a big deal because money hates desperation. Okay. People are repelled by desperation, right? And they can smell it. That people can smell desperation. It's hard to make money when you're desperate. Okay. Very, very hard. So like, if you don't have continuity,